welcome to Football Canapes. And welcome to Football Canapes. Just checking that the stream is okay and absolutely huge coming in that Jurgen Klopp has decided to quit Liverpool at the end of their season. I mean, I didn't think we'd be seeing this, but we are, and yeah, absolutely big news. So I mean, this was announced through a statement that Liverpool have put out on their channel, and let me just get this statement. Ideally, I should have had this. In fact, I do, but so in this video, after I have read out this statement, we'll be talking about Jurgen Klopp, his achievements, what next for Liverpool, and then let's see where we go from there. So here's the Liverpool statement, the tweet that was from Liverpool Football Club was was this. Just so just a minute. So Jurgen Klopp has this is the tweet that I'm reading out, and here it goes. Wait a sec. Jurgen Klopp has announced his decision to step down as LFC manager at the end of the season, having informed the club's ownership of his wish to leave his position in the summer. So that's the tweet from the Liverpool Football Club's official Twitter handle, and there's an interview there as well, and the club statement also goes on to say our assistant managers Pepin Linders and Peter Kravitz, as well as elite development coach Vitor Matos, will also vacate their position at the end of the current season. So this is the uh, this is the official line of the football club, and and the club will be having a press conference later today, and there's a interview with Jurgen Klopp later. I'm not sure if you, I mean, a press conference, I mean, and I'm sure many Liverpool fans would want to go and watch that press conference as well, and we'll see where it goes from there, and so that's the thing, and talking about the statement, here it is. Uh, After guiding, Jurgen Klopp announces decision to step down as Liverpool manager at the end of the season. Jurgen Klopp has announced his decision to step down as Liverpool manager at the end of the current season, having informed the club's owners of his decision. As the when the current season ends, so Liverpool are currently in four different competitions. They are in the final of the Carabao Cup. They are also in the FA Cup. They'll face Norwich this weekend. They are uh, they are in Europa League, where the draw for their next opponent will take place in February or March maybe, and then they are also at the top of the table in the Premier League as well. So that's where Liverpool are in their following competitions. And so here's this statement finally. After guiding the Reds to another Wembley final on Wednesday night, the 56-year-old will continue to oversee the team's remaining fixtures of the 2023-24 before bringing the curtain down on a glorious 8.5 year managerial reign at Anfield, which has seen club win six major trophies under his guidance to date. And as I said earlier, they could add to that trophy number. Assistant managers Pepin Linders, Peter Kravitz, as well as elite development coach Vitor Matos will also vacate their position at the end of the season, with Linders keen to pursue his own career in management. Confirming his decision to LiverpoolFC.com, Klopp outlined the reasons behind it at the timing of today's announcement, placing particular emphasis on the need for clarity at the earliest opportunity in order to create the conditions for an orderly transition to take place in due course. He said, these are Jurgen Klopp's quotes. I can understand that it's a bit of a shock for a lot of people in this moment when you hear it for the very first time, but obviously I can explain it, or at least try to explain it. I love everything about, absolutely everything about the club. I love everything about the city. I love everything about the supporters. I love the team. I love the staff. I love everything. But that I still take the decision shows you that I am convinced it is the one I have to take. It is that I am, how I can say it, running out of energy. I have no problem now. Obviously, I knew it already for longer that I will have to announce it at some point, but I am absolutely fine now. I know that I cannot do the job again, and again after the years we have had together, and after all the time we spent together, and after all the things we went through together. The respect grew for you, the love grew for you, and the least I owe you is the truth, and that is the truth. Klopp, so basically that Klopp also added, I told the club already in November, I have to explain a little bit that maybe the job I do people see from the outside. I am on the touchline and in training session and stuff like this, but the majority of all the things happen around these kind of things. This means a season starts and you plan pretty much the next season already. When we sat down together talking about the potential signings the next summer camp, and we can and can we go wherever, the thought came up, I am not sure I am here then anymore, and I was surprised myself by that. I obviously start thinking about it. It didn't start, but of course, last season was kind of a super difficult season, and there were moments when at other clubs probably the decision would have been, "Come on, thank you very much for everything, but probably we should split here and end it here." That didn't happen here, obviously. For me, it was super important that I can help to bring this team back onto the rails. It was all I was thinking about when I realized pretty early that happened. It's really good team with massive potential and a super age group, super characters and all that. Then I could start thinking about myself again, and that was the outcome. It is not what I want to do, it is just what I think is 100% right. So we are Liverpool. We went through harder. No, sorry. We will have a moment, maybe the last match day here or somewhere else. I mean, other countries or other competitions. That's enough time to do the to do these kind of things. Let's now really go for it. The outside world wants to use this decision, laugh about it, want to disturb us. We are Liverpool. We went through harder things together, and you went through harder things before me. Let's take make a strength of it. That would be really cool. Let's squeeze everything out of this season and have everything to smile about when we look back in the future. So this is This is the statement from Liverpool Football Club that has been released, and I'm not sure what to make of it, because I mean, it's taken me by a bit of a, by bit of surprise, and I'm like, initially I was thinking about doing a live or maybe something else, but uh, I mean, yeah, uh, Liverpool are still in four competitions this season. Um, maybe, or just maybe, they can use it as fuel, as motivation, to send Jurgen Klopp off, yeah, in a way that is deserving of what he has achieved with this club, and yeah, so I mean, it's already been uh, what, close to 8.5 years since Jurgen Klopp joined joined Liverpool, and since then, as the statement said, Liverpool have had six trophies. They've won the Premier League once. They have just a minute. Yeah, as I was saying, Liverpool have won the Premier League once. Liverpool have won the Champions League, where they beat Tottenham Hotspur in the final. They have won the FA Cup, I think, at least once. They have won the Carabao Cup at least once 2 years ago, and they have won the Community Shield as well. And 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 uh, they reached the final of the Europa League, or UEFA Cup, as it was known earlier. So they lost to Sevilla 3-1, I think, in the final, and yeah, so that was as far as Jurgen Klopp is concerned. Klopp joined Liverpool on 8th of October in 2015, and since then he has managed Liverpool for about 466 games. He has won 283 of those, so uh, a winning rate of about 60%, I think it is, and the kind of football that Jurgen Klopp's sides play is something absolutely you know remarkable, to say the least. The kind of games they play, the pressing football, and some of the signings that Jurgen Klopp has made, because before Jurgen Klopp joined Liverpool, Liverpool was still an excellent club, but they were like they came second with Rafa Benitez. They came second with Brendan Rodgers. They had a very good chance under Brendan Rodgers to um, win the Premier League, but unfortunately for Steven Gerrard and Liverpool, that slip that happened against Chelsea at Anfield let the club. I mean, like the trophy slipped away from Liverpool. So Jurgen Klopp came in, oversaw the kind of players that he had. You know, there was there was a period of transition when Steven Gerrard was. I think Steven Gerrard was never there under Klopp. He left under Brendan Rodgers, I think, and then he didn't have. Luis Suarez either. He came in. Some of his signings were good, and but in the last 3 or 4 years, with the signings like not last 3 or 4 years, but going back a few more years, signings like Roberto Firmino initially. Who else? Sadio Mane, Mohamed Salah. So these signings were what set Jurgen Klopp apart in terms of midfield. He signed Fabinho from Monaco, who started his career at Monaco as a right back, but then moved into midfield. Talking of signings, Liverpool signed Virgil van Dijk. I mean, he was a game changer for Liverpool. He signed Andy Robertson after the club had been Hull City had been relegated, and look at Andy Robertson now, one of the best fullbacks in the Premier League, as well as captain of the Scottish national football team. So I mean, these are some of the signings that Jurgen Klopp has made. I'm sure I am missing a few signings. Allison, he signed. Perhaps, if you listen to most people, he's the best goalkeeper in the Premier League, and and yeah. But so, what else? I mean, what else? His press conferences have been really dynamic as well. Um, I've already spoken about the some of the players that he has signed. I am sure I am missing out on a few who, I mean, before the midfield. I mean, the players he signed, like Gini Wijnaldum, he signed from Newcastle United, the club I support, and he was perhaps one of the best players for Liverpool. His absence was clearly felt, and yeah, I mean, it is perhaps still sinking in that Jurgen Klopp has decided to leave Liverpool at the end of the season, but we'll we'll see how Liverpool are affected by it. Some of the players who I'm sure Jurgen Klopp has brought through the academy ranks, etc., like Trent Alexander-Arnold, Joe Gomez, and new players who have started to come in, like Connor Bradley. Who else? Stefan Bajcetic, and I'm sure I'm missing out on a few others as well, but But I mean, as much as a blow it is for the um, for Liverpool, there comes a time that that when you have to realize that it's time to move on to new challenges or something like that. When Jurgen Klopp left Liverpool, he he uh, uh, he took a break of about 2 3 months, and then he joined uh, he joined Liverpool after Brendan Rodgers was sacked. I'm pretty sure after the end of the season, as much as Liverpool go into as much deep as Liverpool go into in every competition, it depends on how. I mean, I mean, how Liverpool will. I'm I'm not sure I'm thinking it correctly, but like whenever the Liverpool season ends, I'm pretty sure Jurgen Klopp is going to take a longest sort of a break after this season, perhaps a year, and I'm not sure where he'll go next. He's already managed for a long time at Borussia Dortmund, and he's managed at Mainz as well. Maybe with Thomas Tuchel under pressure, he'll go to Bayern Munich, and there was a chance earlier that he could go to Bayern Munich. He did have an interview at Bayern Munich, but it didn't work, and because apparently he turned at for the interview, he turned up with with his tracksuit on, so that wasn't seen very well by the powers that be at Bayern Munich, and since then they've had huge success. At least domestically, they've Bayern Munich won the Champions League with Hansi Flick as their manager, and yeah. So I mean, Liverpool, the process of hiring a Klopp successor will begin shortly. I'm pretty sure of that, and I'm I'm struggling to think of someone who a young up and coming manager. Maybe Julian Nagelsmann would. Would fancy after the Euros, where he's in charge of the German national team. So maybe Julian Nagelsmann will fancy a job at Anfield. Who else could it be? Could it be a young German manager who's doing well? I don't know. Will Liverpool look at Premier League and some of the managers that have been doing well here? Because when Jurgen Klopp came in, it was you know, he was already a big name in the industry. I am not sure there's that caliber of manager around that that can replicate what Jurgen Klopp has done at Liverpool, and he could still go on to achieve this season. So let's see who Liverpool might go for, who gets linked with the with the with the with the job. I'm sure there are a lot of managers who would fancy the job. Liverpool is a plum job, and I'm pretty sure a lot of managers would do absolutely anything to get the job. And yeah, lastly, I'm pretty sure Jurgen Klopp will get good wishes from all the managers, and I'm pretty sure that they would be happy that he is leaving. Liverpool would perhaps need to do a slight sort of a rejig, and come up with a name or a person who can perhaps not replicate Klopp, or at least, I mean, like, at some level do a job that is because not only Klopp, his assistants are leaving as well. So whole new team, background team would and need to come in as well. So yeah, in fact, who comes in, I'm not sure. I'm sure other managers would be happy. Pep Guardiola joined in 2016. I'm sure he might be thinking of moving on as well. Does it give other managers a chance of winning the league or doing better? I'm not sure. We'll see how much Pep Guardiola. In fact, Pep Guardiola, I think, signed a new contract at Liverpool as well. Oh, sorry, at Manchester City. So, and some of the managers, I'm sure, would be, you know, in their own minds, would be happy, because as long as Klopp was there, um, I think, doing more than, I mean, like, giving more than the sum of their parts, and yeah, I mean, whatever happens, happens. Um, uh, Jurgen Klopp would think of himself as slightly unlucky that he managed at a time when Manchester City were managed by Pep Guardiola, and he actually managed Borussia Dortmund when Bayern Munich were managed by Pep Guardiola. He could have had a lot of titles, a lot more league titles. Perhaps he could go to an, the uh, just coming back to that point that I was making earlier. Perhaps Jurgen Klopp would think to himself, I could have had at least two more Premier League titles. They lost the title by just a single point. They had 97 points. I think Manchester City had 98. They had 92 points. Manchester City had 93. So Klopp, I mean, a legendary manager. He'd definitely go down as a legendary manager. Did remarkable things. Liverpool are currently on a long unbeaten run as well, and let's see what this season brings for him. And all the best in what he goes on to do for the rest of his career, wherever it takes him. So all the best, and thanks for tuning in. I'll see you in my next few videos. Till then, take care, stay safe. Bye.